I want to start the program off today talking about my favorite of the mighty 90 essential nutrients, my favorite vitamins, which is actually a group of vitamins called the B complex. Yesterday there was an article that showed up in the mainstream press describing a study from McGill University in Canada that showed that the way a father's diet or the way a father eats can influence the health and development of babies, specifically in terms of B vitamins, specifically in terms of a B vitamin called folic acid. That is, the more folic acid a father eats, the healthier his offspring is going to be. Now, we've known for years that how a mom eats affects the development of a fetus, but now it turns out that the way the dad eats can have an impact as well, particularly when it involves the B vitamin folic acid, which gets its name from the green leafy foliage that it's found in. The stupendously important B vitamins, and it's really hard to overestimate how spectacularly important these things are. They're your energy production vitamins. They're involved in facilitating the movement of electrical energy in a cell. That makes them indispensable for every single cell function. And especially, that makes them important for energy issues, chronic fatigue syndrome, depression, lethargy. These are all indicators of possible B vitamin deficiency. I call the Bs your brain vitamins because they're involved in brain health. They're also your building vitamins. And perhaps most importantly, the B vitamins are your heart-friendly vitamins. They're so heart-friendly that they're actually used as prescription drugs to prevent heart attacks. You can go get a prescription for B complex. You'll pay about $100 for a month's supply. The very same B complex that you get in abundance, and I mean 10 times as much B vitamins as you'll get from a prescription pill, in your Beyond Tangy Tangerine. This is one of the most incredible, one of the most important assets, one of the most important features of this wonderful supplement, the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, is the mega doses of B vitamins that you get. Some of you guys may have heard of something called an MTHFR defect. MTHFR is a genetic kind of issue, a defect in the genes, and it's associated with a buildup of a chemical called homocysteine. Some people will tell you, oh, I got to stay away from folic acid because my doctor told me I have this MTHFR defect, and that is the medical model strategy for dealing with this thing, is to stay off of the B vitamins, particularly staying off of folic acid. Now, I think that's pretty silly advice, but what is true, and incontrovertibly true, is the fact that homocysteine buildup can be a health issue. Homocysteine buildup is associated with Alzheimer's disease, it's associated with accelerated aging, and most especially, homocysteine buildup is associated with heart disease. And in fact, lowering homocysteine is one of the most important of all your health strategies. Maybe, arguably anyway, the most important health strategies, particularly for the heart. But you don't need any drugs to lower homocysteine, and you don't need any doctors to lower homocysteine. All you need is your Beyond Tangy Tangerine and the B vitamins that it contains. That's because the Bs are anti-homocysteine. Unlike cholesterol, which has never been shown to be definitively connected to heart disease, elevated homocysteine most certainly represents a burden on the heart. Despite the fact that almost everyone who goes to a doctor with a history of heart disease is more than likely going to leave with a statin drug, the fact of the matter is homocysteine, that's the real problem. We still don't know anything about statin drugs being good for you and statin drugs creating a healthier profile for your heart, but the fact of the matter is, incontrovertibly, I might add, homocysteine elevations and lowering homocysteine remain among, if not the most important strategies that you could ever use to keep your heart healthy. So how do you protect your heart and lower homocysteine? Well, the B vitamins certainly, especially folic acid and vitamin B12 and vitamin B6 for that matter. Using your Beyond Tangy Tangerine will help you lower homocysteine and protect your heart and protect your brain and protect your body from accelerated aging. Using vegetable juices, eggs, organ meats, these are all effective ways to control homocysteine and protect your cells. One of the best ways to lower homocysteine is to eat less food. The so-called CRON diet, C-R-O-N, calorie restriction with optimum nutrition. In fact, I would go so far as to say restricting your calories, calorie restriction diets, intermittent fasting is probably the most important non-nutritional supplement strategy you could ever use for keeping yourself out of the doctor's office and reducing the effects of all the effects of accelerated aging. For many, many generations, the human biological system has been confronted with an environmental problem that is 180 degrees opposite from the problem we have today. For many years, for millennia, for thousands of years, we didn't have enough calories. Our problem was getting enough calories. For most of humanity's existence, food has been at a premium. That means the body has learned how to survive on low calories. The body, in fact, has learned how to thrive on low calories. In fact, I would say that the most important, the single most important, or one of the most important building strategies you could ever use is to restrict your calories. Anabolic strategies, muscle building strategies. That's true if you're weightlifting. That's true if you're an athlete. That's true if you just don't want to avoid accelerated aging. Restricting your calories, getting on a good nutritional supplement program. That's the Cron diet. Calorie restriction, optimum nutrition. And I would tell you, the best way to do that is to get yourself on the Healthy Start Pack, start sipping on your Beyond Tangy Tangerine, make sure you're using your Ultimate EFAs and your Beyond Osteo FX.
We've all heard the term baby boomer referring to those born from 1946 to 1964. There are an estimated 80 million baby boomers, with the first wave hitting the Social Security and Medicare systems in recent years, with more to follow. Many healthcare experts are predicting epidemics of Alzheimer's, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and cancer among this group. However, these impending epidemics can be averted, as there is a new group emerging. This group we call the baby bloomers, because despite their chronological age, they are still physically fit, active, working, and playing. They've heard Dr. Wallach's message regarding diet, lifestyle, and nutritional supplementation. So while many around them diminish in health and vitality, they are blossoming and blooming into vibrant, healthy, on-the-go people. Wouldn't you rather be a longevity baby bloomer? If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local longevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
If you've been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, prediabetes, or the metabolic syndrome, and you're tired of seeing your blood glucose levels rise and fall like a ship on the ocean, but you don't want to take those drugs the rest of your life, Longevity has an alternative. A product called Sweeties has been developed just for you. Used as part of your regular diet, Sweeties helps maintain healthy blood sugar levels. A formulation specially designed to nutritionally assist your body with the regulation of your blood sugar level. Sweeties supports healthy glucose metabolism because it's fortified with aspartic acid, chromium, and vanadium, all to help you promote healthy blood sugar levels. If you want to get off those drugs and control your blood sugar metabolism naturally, try Longevity's Sweeties product. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Longevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
I am Pharmacist Ben, nutritional pharmacist from Boulder, Colorado, and I'll be sitting in for the next 43 minutes or so, with my good friend and colleague, Douglas Winfrey. What is up, Doug? Happy New Year
Great to have you back. Happy New Year to you, too. I got a Fox News story here that as soon as I saw this, I thought immediately of you, and I wanted to get your opinion of this. And the headline reads, New Oregon law allows pharmacists to prescribe birth control pills. They say women in Oregon no longer need a doctor's prescription to get birth control pills. According to a new state law, they can fill out a health questionnaire and receive oral contraceptives from a licensed pharmacist. According to Dr. Jill Rabin, co-chief of the Division of Ambulatory Care at the Women's Health Programs at Northwell Health, says the law removes barriers to birth control. Typically, women get a prescription during an annual checkup and costs both time and money. And she goes on to say, in other words, we don't have to hold women hostage for their birth control. We don't have to make it contingent on an annual visit. Told to Live Science, however, that the new law does put the onus on the patient to come in for the annual visit rather than saying we're not going to give you the pill unless you come in for an annual visit. The law took effect January 1st, allows pharmacists to prescribe oral contraceptives to women 18 years and older. Minors still have to have a prescription, and they say pharmacists in the state are required to attend training so they can learn how to prescribe birth control and match patients with the best options based on the answers to the patient's healthcare questionnaire. Moreover, the Oregon law requires the insurers to cover the cost of a 12-month supply of birth control pills at once, according to OregonLive.com. They say this could help women with family planning, and as women receive a 1-year supply of oral contraceptives, have lower rates of unintended pregnancies and abortions compared to with women who receive a supply for just 1 to 3 months. 2011 study in the journal Obstetrics and Gynecology found. And they say doctors are concerned that women may begin skipping their annual visits. Cha-ching, yeah, they're worried about that office visit. And they recommend that women 21 to 65 get a Pap test and screen for cervical cancer every 3 years, according to CDC. So if women undergo both the HPV test and the Pap smear at once, a combination known as co-testing, they can have the normal results. They can then be tested every 5 years. And I just want to get your opinion. What do you think
I'm troubled by that. I'm troubled by that.
What gets me about it is I think this is sort of like opening Pandora's box. What's going to be the next one, like maybe statin drugs or something that the pharmacists can start prescribing and just circumvent the whole doctor thing?
Well, here's where it becomes a problem. Statin drugs, that's one thing. But birth control pills, what if you give the wrong birth control pill and somebody gets pregnant? Or birth control pills, there's only one statin drug. There's one type of statin drug. There's a few different brands perhaps, but there's one basic type. But with birth control pills, there's dozens of different birth control pills. They all have different proportions of the birth control agents. Some have estrogens in them. Some have progesterone-like substances. They're different ratios and how those different ratios impact the health of the body is going to be different. Can a pharmacist be sued?
Some women end up getting blood clots too.
Blood clots are a problem. Heart issues are a problem. All kinds of circulatory system issues. Skin issues can be a problem. Cysts, ovarian cysts can be a problem. Yeah, it sounds like a real tangled mess, and I wouldn't want to be responsible for making sure somebody didn't get pregnant. What would happen? Can the pharmacist be sued if somebody gets pregnant?
I don't know.
I don't know. That doesn't sound like a good idea to me, unless I'm missing something.
This kind of reminds me of back in the 80s when the FDA came out with the fast track, where they allowed drug companies to do their own clinical trials.
Right, trusting them.
And then
honor
report
system.
And then we found in recent years that, a lot of these companies withheld any negative results, and then we find out 10, 20 years down the road after the drug's been on the market for years that it does have a problem.
And you know what else? I should tell you this at this point. Birth control pills are not benign by any stretch of the imagination. They're hormones, and they're not just ordinary hormones. They're toxic pharmaceutical hormones, and they're filled with side effects. And all you got to do is look at the package insert. If you don't believe me, just open up the package insert. And if you're on any prescription drug, by the way, the package insert is your best friend. It's going to tell you stuff your doctor and even your pharmacist isn't going to be able to tell you. All right, I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to the Dead Doctors Don't Lie radio program. 831-685-1080 is your priority line number. 888-379-2552. Toll free. We'll take a break and come back with more good health information and you and your phone calls. Right after this, don't go away. So Doug from MD Anderson Cancer Center, University of Texas. Certainly no hotbed of alternative medicine, I might add.
No, in fact, I've heard people, they used to be good, but apparently they're kind of starting to go the other direction.
No, that's the belly of the beast of the chemotherapy industry, MD Anderson in Texas. But even MD Anderson is coming to believe some of the ideas that we've been talking about on this program, on my program, that Doc Wallach has been talking about for many years. Study links sugar to cancer. It turns out that breast cancer and ovarian cancer are linked to excessive sugar intake. Now, I know, Doug, we've been talking about this for years, but it's nice to see that the mainstream press and the mainstream medical model are coming to agree with what we've been talking about now for decades. Cancer is a sugar feeder. And by the way, do you know that since 1980, cancer rates have increased by 60%? What the heck's going on?
Well, it's interesting. About, I guess it's probably been about 4 or 5 years ago, there was a study done. I can't remember which university did it. But what they did was they went back and they compared cancer data to census data, and to get a handle on, it went back to 1976 through 2006, and they looked at the top 34 cancers that people contract, and they looked at the number of people that were diagnosed with cancer, and the number of people that died of each cancer, and the number of people that were treated for each of those cancers. And percentage-wise, when you base it against the population base, obviously in 76 the population wasn't as big as it was in 2006, but when you look at it comparing the census data to the cancer data on a percentage basis, none of them have changed in 30 years.
And this is
The
despite
same
war on
percentage.
cancers,
Yeah,
trillions of dollars
well,
in
and
awareness.
I've been seeing an ad lately on television talking about how many people have been cured of cancer and how their cancer rates are lower than they used to
right.
be. And
Negative.
what they're doing is they're basing it, okay, in 76, just make up a number, say 5,000 people died of a certain cancer. Well, then, 5,000 died in 2006. So the number didn't change, but you got more people. So you can make it sound like that the rates have gone down. There was one that was a dip, and that was in cervical cancer because they're better at detection now than they were back in 76.
In 1980, 1 million people got diagnosed, Doug. In 2014, 1.6 million people got diagnosed with cancer. All right, so you're talking about a 60% increase in diagnosis. You're talking about maybe some slight increases in longevity for a few cancers, but for the most part, nothing's happened. Because you know what? We're still eating like crap. We're still treating ourselves like crap, and we're not nutritionally supplementing. If you want to reduce your risks of cancer, or if you have cancer, the way you do it is by reducing your intake of sugar and reducing your intake of calories. For the life of me, I can't figure out why folks who are supposedly alternative-minded, health-minded, even people, even mainstream medical professionals who are involved in the cancer industry don't respect the power of caloric restriction and fasting for cancer. All you got to do is get on Scholar Google or PubMed.com, which are websites for scientific studies. PubMed.com, that's PUBMED, or Scholar.google.com, and Google or search caloric restriction, that is restricting your calories, or intermittent fasting and chemotherapy, or caloric restriction and cancer, or fasting and cancer. And you're going to find study after study after study, really going way back to the beginning of the 20th century, that talks about not only how restricting your calories and reducing your sugar intake is important for reducing the symptoms of cancer, reducing the risks of cancer, but these strategies will also improve chemotherapy if you so desire to go that route. So not only will you be helping yourself prevent cancer, but you'll also be improving the way your medications work if you decide to go the mainstream medical route for dealing with your cancer. All right, I'm Pharmacist Ben, along with Doug Winfrey, sitting in for Dr. Wallach today. We'll take your phone calls when we come back from our break. 831-685-1080 is your priority line number. 888-379-2552, toll free if you've got questions about health, nutrition, prescription drugs. Time to hit the phones. Who's first on the line, Doug?
All right, let's head to Houston, Texas, and Rhonda. You're on with Pharmacist Ben Fuchs.
Hey, Rhonda.
Hi, sir. How are you?
What's going on? How can we help you, Rhonda?
I am definitely a baby bloomer. I have been on rheumatica for years. Love it, love it, love it. But
Nice.
been having some health issues for the last 2 months downhill. I'm very in tune with my body.
Good for you.
I know when something is wrong. And to make a long story short, been from this doctor, neurologist, to rheumatologist, MRIs, EMGs, everything.
And now you're all cured.
And
Now
had
you're all
some-
better, right? No?
No. I'm feeling better today, but had an attack that started on the 27th, didn't know what was going on, ended up unable to lift myself out of the bed, couldn't walk,
Oh, my goodness.
turned out.
What kind of attack?
Seriously, inflammation
kind of
in my
attack?
body, just had taken over, leg cramps, tremors, you
Okay,
name
Rhonda.
it.
We got some work to do, sweetheart. We got some work, okay? You ready? Let me tell you what you're going to do. First of all, most importantly.
You want me to tell you what they gave me, which got me
No,
feeling
that's
better
just going to
today, but-
depress me. That's just going to depress me.
Okay.
I don't need to hear the grim details of the toxins they put in
Okay.
your body. You're already toxic, my dear. Last thing you need is more poisons in your body. Here's the deal. All diseases we've talked about before is based in dirty blood. That means once the blood gets clogged up with particles from food, literally particles from food and dead cells and immune cells, it just becomes thick and clogged. It's difficult for nutrients to get delivered. And that means no matter what you're taking, they're not going to work as well. That means any nutritional supplements you take are not going to be as effective. So you got to clean the blood. How do you clean the blood? You work on the digestive system first and foremost. That means do a food diary. You get yourself a notebook and you write down everything you're eating and then how you're responding, how your body is reacting to the food you're eating. And I'm talking about skin conditions, I'm talking about bowel movements and gas and bloating, digestive problems, more fatigue perhaps, or more pain. Any symptomology that's linked to food is an indicator that that's a food that needs to be eliminated. That's called the elimination diet, and you're going to exploit it or leverage it by doing a food diary. Food diary, elimination diet. Second step is you're going to start to work on gut health, digestive health. Now, the Fucoid Z is fabulous for coating the digestive tract and helping heal the surface of the intestines, and it's really indispensable for all health issues, specifically digestive health issues. So, and you said you're doing that. Congratulations. Stay on that. You also want to make sure you're using your nightly essence, 3 in the morning, 3 at night, and it wouldn't hurt you to do another 3 in the middle of the day as well. The Ultimate Enzymes will help with your meals. If I were you, I'd also be taking the Ultimate Enzymes on an empty stomach. They've got some anti-inflammatory benefits that will help you there. And then a little bit of apple cider vinegar will help you activate those Ultimate Enzymes. Now, you didn't say anything about the Healthy Start Pack. I'm going to assume you're on it. But if you're not on it, get on it. And that means the Ultimate EFAs, which are wonderfully anti-inflammatory, your Beyond OsteoFX, which will get you your calcium and your vitamin D and your magnesium, and then, of course, the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, which you want to sip on slowly throughout the day. If you want to throw a couple more things in there, a couple more strategies, you want to eliminate, and if it was me, I'd have zero tolerance for, but it's close to zero tolerance at least, for any processed sugars, cereals, breads, gluten-containing foods. You may be having something as simple as a gluten intolerance. I'd say there's a good chance there's at least a component of gluten intolerance to what your body's dealing with right now. That means staying away as best as you can from those kinds of foods. And if you do fall off the wagon and go into some desserts or sweets or cakes or candies, whatever you like, make sure you drink lots of water after you indulge, and then make sure you're using your sweeties as well. In fact, it wouldn't hurt you to get on the sweeties too. So you want to focus on digestive health. Make sure you get your Mighty 90 essential nutrients, and then also take care of refined carbohydrates, flour, gluten-containing foods, and use your sweeties, and of course staying away from sugary foods that will spike your blood sugar. And thanks for your call. Appreciate it. Rhonda, hope we helped you out. Got to take a break.
All right, let's head to California. And Kesha, you're on with Pharmacist Ben Fuchs.
Hey, Kesha.
Hi.
Hi there. How you doing?
I'm doing as best as I can. I'm on Dr. Wallach's products.
Okay. How can we help you? What's going on?
It's a question for another individual. I noticed people are getting prostate problems, swellings, and I have an individual that has swellings, enlargement of their prostate.
Yes, very common.
And they sometimes the doctor may tell them just cut it out. I know that could not be right.
Just cut the prostate out?
Yeah.
Or just cut it out, what they're doing?
Yeah.
No, just cut the prostate out. I don't recommend you cut anything out. Every last organ in your body is important, unless it's got cancer in it. You know, everything's important. There's no extras in our body. The divine force didn't put anything in there just accidentally. You don't have spares.
No,
so
he did not.
They're all important. Doctors don't believe it's important. That's,
Yes.
I'm not on board.
What if you have cancer?
Well, that's different. If you got cancer, you got to have that removed, unless you want to go the remission route. And remissions occur. Remissions are not the realm of quacks and medical ignoramuses. The fact of the matter is remissions have occurred for thousands of years. We've known about remissions. So they do occur, depending on how extensive the cancer is. Now, prostate's kind of interesting because after a certain age, almost everybody's going to have a little bit, almost all guys are going to have a little bit of prostate cancer. And that doesn't mean you're going to die. In fact, many people upon autopsy discover that they had prostate cancer only after they have an autopsy done. So just because you have cancer in the prostate doesn't mean it's significant enough to have the thing removed or to be on chemotherapy or any drugs for that matter. That's a decision you have to make on a case-by-case basis. However, for dealing with the prostate, there's a lot of nutritional strategies that you can use. The prostate is a fatty gland, and fats are extremely important. And by that I mean fatty vitamins, I mean your essential fatty acids, and I mean staying away from fried fats and processed fats. So, number one, you're going to use your Ultimate EFAs. This is for all issues with the prostate, benign BPH, benign prostatic hypertrophy, BPH, or if you're going to the bathroom a couple times or 3 times in the middle of the night. If you have any kind of indication that you have a prostate issue, you want to focus, number one, on fats and fatty vitamins. That means vitamins D, E, A, and K. I call them DEEK. Those are your fatty vitamins. Vitamin D from the sun, vitamin D from fish. Fish liver, also fish oil gets you some vitamin D. The Ultimate EFAs have vitamin D in there as well. Vitamin E is super duper important for the prostate. For around 400 international units a day of vitamin E is a good place to be. Vitamin A, likewise, very, very important for prostate health. And vitamin K has a role to play in the health of the prostate too. Those are your fatty vitamins, and then your essential fatty acids. Also staying away, as I say, from fried fats and fatty food, deep fried kinds of foods, French fries, etc. Then there are a couple of particular nutrients that can be helpful for the prostate, chief among which is zinc, and also, for that matter, selenium. And while you're at it, MSM sulfur. And of course, you'll get all of those in the Healthy Start Pack and the Mighty 90 Essential Nutrients, but you get a little bit extra if you throw in the Prost FX, which is one of my favorite of the ancillary or satellite longevity products. It's not part of the Healthy Start Pack. It's not the core of the longevity products, but certainly if you're dealing with prostate issue, the Prost FX can be very helpful. And then last but most certainly not least, there is a major relationship between excess ingestion of sugar and what is called insulin resistance in prostate problems. So in addition to having zero tolerance for fried fats and processed fats, I would have to tell you the same thing about processed sugar, refined flour, cereals, breads, etc. Sip on the BTT. Make sure you're using your Ultimate EFAs and your Beyond OsteoFX. That's the Healthy Start Pack. That'll get you your Mighty 90, and that should take care of any prostate issues. Thanks for your call, Kesha. Appreciate it. Let's see if we can get one more call in before break, Doug.
All right, let's head to Kentucky. And Kathy, you're on with Pharmacist Ben Fuchs.
Hey, Kathy.
Hello, Ben. This is Kathy, and I have a friend named Jason who suffers with back pain and back spasms from an SI joint and L4 and L5 that won't stay in position. They tend to rotate out. This has been going on for 10 years, and he's tried a lot of different therapies, and nothing has worked to this point.
Okay, here's what you need to do. Forget L4, forget L5, forget L10, forget L a million, whatever. It doesn't matter. He's got inflammation, period. You know, it's all. This is one of the hallmark ideas that we like to promote here on this program, on my program. There's not a lot of things that go wrong in the body. You know, the body just basically inflames, and it can happen in the joints, it can happen in the brain, it can happen in the prostate, it can happen in the skin, it can happen everywhere. It doesn't matter where it happens. It matters that it's happening. So what you want to do is you want to start doing all the anti-inflammatory strategies to calm the body down. Number one, focus on digestive health, because as long as toxins are getting into the blood through a broken down digestive tract, it's going to be very difficult to correct any kind of health challenge, no matter what it is. Not to mention the fact that inflammatory factors can get into the blood, and that can compound the problem. So patching up the gut is job number one. That means food diary and eliminating problem foods. That means your biolumin nightly essence, which in addition to being important for the digestive system, also has anti-inflammatory properties on their own. The biolumin nightly essence, that is. I'd be doing 3 capsules in the morning, 3 at night. Make sure he's using his Ultimate enzymes with his meals. And whenever you have an inflammatory issue you're trying to address, use your Ultimate enzymes on an empty stomach as well. They're wonderfully anti-inflammatory, and they also have pain-relieving properties too. I'd probably be throwing in the glucogel caps. Always when you take your glucogel caps, make sure you use your Beyond Tangy Tangerine with it. The vitamin C will help activate or turn on the glucogel caps. So the BTT, the Beyond Tangy Tangerine with the glucogel caps, and of course your Ultimate EFAs are probably the most powerful of all the anti-inflammatory nutrients. In fact, inflammatory factors are a type of essential fatty acid. Omega-3s and omega-6s are tweaked a little bit, and they become inflammatory hormones, or anti-inflammatory hormones too. So making sure he's using his Ultimate EFAs. I would be throwing in a little bit extra vitamin E, which can be anti-inflammatory too, maybe 400 international units a day of vitamin E. And of course, if he has any blood sugar issues, and most of us do, that can compound any kind of inflammatory problem. So making sure he's staying away from refined carbohydrates, I should say, flour, wheat, gluten-containing foods, cereals, breads, desserts, etc. And while you're throwing in anti-inflammatory foods to avoid, make sure he's staying away from French fries and potato chips and deep-fried foods, deep-fried oils. Those can be pro-inflammatory as well. If you want to do one more thing for all joint problems, all cartilage problems, eating cartilage. Now, glucosamine and chondroitin and gelatin, the kind of stuff you'll get in the glucogel caps, those are very important for helping build connective tissue, build cartilage. But one of the best ways to build cartilage is to eat cartilage. And of course, the best way to eat cartilage is to make sure you're doing your bone soup, your chicken soup with the bones. Make sure you steep or simmer the chicken bones for 12 hours or 14 hours or 16 hours. So all that yummy cartilage dissolves in the water, and you get the hyaluronic acid and the glucosamine and the chondroitin and the cartilaginous factors that help your body build cartilage. If you want to do a couple more things, that's a lot of stuff right there. You might want to try some MSM sulfur, which also is important for cartilage, and the Ultimate selenium may help you as well 400 to 600 micrograms a day is a good place to be. Thanks for your call. Appreciate it. And can we have one more call in there, Doug?
We do, but we're just about 30 seconds away from break time here.
Okay. Well, then we'll get your calls. If you're on hold, hang tight. We'll get your calls when we come back from our break. I'm Pharmacist Ben, along with Doug Winfrey, sitting in for Dr. Wallach today. If you want to reach us, we have one more segment to talk to you at 831-685-1080. 831-685-1080 or 888-379-2552. And you don't have to have a question. If you just have a success story you'd like to share, or if you just want to comment on our conversation, we would love to hear from you. 831-685-1080 is our priority line number. 888-379-2552, toll free. I'm Pharmacist Ben, nutritional pharmacist from Boulder, Colorado. I use nutritional supplements in my practice, and I've been using the longevity nutritional supplements now for pushing 20 years. And I can't tell you how many times I've heard people tell me about lowering blood pressure and getting off their medications and just feeling better by getting on a good nutritional supplement program, specifically the longevity supplements designed by Dr. Wallach. Okay, we are back on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie program. I'm Pharmacist Ben, along with Doug Winfrey, sitting in for Dr. Wallach. Who's next on the line, Mr. Winfrey?
All right, let's head to Detroit, Michigan. And Anthony, you're on with Pharmacist Ben Fuchs.
Yo, Anthony, what's cooking?
Hey, Pharmacist Ben. Happy New Year to you. Real quick, I've got two young ladies. This first young lady is 39, 205 pounds, 5 foot. She has sometimes hiccups, herniated bulging disc, arthritis.
Ooh, she's falling apart. How old is she?
Yeah, 39.
Too young.
Yeah, she's got a lot of kidney stones, polycystic
Okay, she's
ovaries.
falling apart seriously.
Yeah,
Who's the next person?
It's a little girl, 9 years old, a friend of their family. She's in the hospital with cystic fibrosis.
Okay, couple of things. Let's take the first gal. She's real. That's a significant problem. She's only 39 years old. Those are the problems that somebody has when they're 59 or 69 years old. So she's accelerating. Her aging is accelerating dramatically. Everything you're talking about is indicative of what's called metabolic syndrome, and she may already be diagnosed that way. Is she diabetic? Do you know?
6.1, close to it.
Okay, yeah, she's clearly got some blood sugar problems. Right away, immediatamente. Get her on a diabetic diet, even if she's not diagnosed as a full-blown diabetic. That means eliminating, if I were her, I'd have zero tolerance for anything that messes up my blood sugar. And I mean zero tolerance. At the age of 39, for to have these kinds of significant health issues, this is some serious business. So that means as close to or zero tolerance for breads and pastas and potatoes and cereals and bagels and sugar and desserts and pies and soda pop and fruit juice, etc. If she, like I was saying to a caller earlier, if she falls off the wagon, lots of water to help dilute the blood sugar, and then make sure she's using her BTT throughout the day and especially after meals to help her process the sugar. And of course, the sweeties would help as well. So in other words, she's going to treat herself like a diabetic. And the next thing she wants, and one more thing, the ultimate selenium is also helpful for blood sugar. The ultimate selenium is. So make sure she's using the ultimate selenium. And then maybe 400 micrograms a day. Now, it's very likely that she has some digestive issues. These typically will precede blood sugar issues. Anybody out there who's diabetic or pre-diabetic, please understand that the digestive system and digestive health issues will typically precede diabetic and blood sugar problems. And then you're going to start to work on her digestive health, and that means food diary and eliminating problem foods. And I would also be using the Biolumin Nightly Essence, 3 capsules in the morning and 3 capsules at night. The Fucoid Z can really do some heavy lifting for this gal because it's going to help her with her joints, help her rebuild cartilage, as well as help rebuild the connective tissue in the digestive tract. So have her do some Fucoid Z morning, 3 capsules maybe in the morning, and Fucoid Z in the evening as well. 3 capsules is a good place to be. The Ultimate Enzymes with her meals and Ultimate Enzymes on an empty stomach would definitely help your friend. And then last but most certainly not least, make sure that she's using her Healthy Start Pack, sipping on the BTT all day long. And then In addition to sipping on the BTT all day long, I'd be doing 9 of the Ultimate Essential Fatty Acids a day and maybe 2 capsules of the Beyond Osteo FX a day. As far as your friend with the cystic fibrosis goes, the young gal with the cystic fibrosis is a condition where the body becomes sticky and mucousy, especially the digestive tract. In fact, the medical strategy for dealing with cystic fibrosis is to use pancreatic enzymes. That's because the pancreas is one of the major targets of the disease. The pancreas starts to develop cysts and fibers, hence the name cystic fibrosis. But you can have cysts and fibers in any of the secreting glands in the body. But most especially, you want to work on digestion, especially fat digestion. Cystic fibrosis patients are notorious for not absorbing their fats. So in addition to using the pancreatic enzymes, which she's probably on via her physician and via her pharmacy, you also want to get her on the Ultimate Enzymes, have her use them with all her meals, and then make sure she's using the Healthy Start Pack. That, of course, goes without saying. Everybody needs to be on the Healthy Start Pack. And then last but most certainly not least, if there's any foods that affect her ability to process nutrients or process food, that affect her digestive system, she needs to eliminate those foods. I'd also be using lots of fermented food, especially probiotic supplements like the Nightly Essence, maybe 3 in the morning and 3 in the evening. Thanks for your call, Anthony. Appreciate it, and hope we helped you out. And that's all the time we have for today on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie program. Folks, if you are on the bubble about a nutritional supplement program, please, especially if you're dealing with a health challenge, give it a shot. Just the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. If you're like most folks, you'll notice results within 1 or 2 doses, lower blood pressure, appetite suppression, weight loss, feeling better. And I'm telling you this as somebody who's been watching this happen for now going on 20 years. Thanks for listening, friends. I'm Pharmacist Ben. Have an awesome, wonderful, beautiful day. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye for now.
Hi everyone, Andy Anderson here. Are you using those handy little bottles of gel that zap germs, bacteria, and other nasties? In today's world, that's smart, especially with all the filthy doorknobs, shopping carts, and handrails we touch every day. Here's what you may not know. Once the alcohol evaporates, goodbye effectiveness. No more protection until you use it again. PureWorks to the rescue. Our FDA-compliant foam, lotion, soap, and spray do not rely on alcohol. Their killing power lasts up to 4 hours. PureWorks disinfecting spray is EPA certified to kill swine flu, bird flu, MRSA, HIV, hepatitis B and C, and a whole host of viruses and bacteria. Mold and fungus too. It's even safe around children and pets. You'll love the soft feel of PureWorks on your hand. It actually conditions and will not dry your skin. Here's a little peace of mind knowing your hands are still germ-free hours later. Get your hands on PureWorks and get PureWorks on your hands. Stand by. Pull out your paper and pencil for your local number to order PureWorks.
Good liver health is vital to your overall health. Did you know the liver is the largest gland in the body, generating digestive enzymes, converting fat into fuel, controlling metabolism, regulating cholesterol in the blood, and neutralizing toxins and waste products? Decreased liver function can lead to debilitating diseases. Hepal, a proprietary blend exclusive to Prohoba International, can help support healthy liver function. Hepal is a blend of natural organic pollen extracts, including essential enzymes, botanical glutathione, which is considered to be one of the most powerful antioxidants for detoxifying free radicals and exogenous compounds, superoxide dismutase, and aloe vera, formulated to cleanse and support healthy liver function. If you'd like to have healthy liver function, call your local longevity distributor today, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
With increasing rates of osteoporosis, it's becoming more and more evident that most Americans have low blood levels of calcium. Some would say,
I get all the calcium I need from dairy products.
Unfortunately, that's just not true. Besides, most dairy products are homogenized and can contain steroids and antibiotics that kill off good bacteria in the digestive system. Not to mention, the human body needs magnesium to make use of dietary calcium. That's why Longevity developed Osteo FX Plus, containing bioavailable plant-derived forms of vitamin D3, calcium, magnesium, zinc, copper, and glucosamine sulfate. Osteo FX Plus is formulated to support healthy bones and joints. Not to mention, Osteo FX Plus tastes great, unlike other products that taste like chalk or dirt. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Longevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463. You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
I am Judy DeVilbus. Here I am speaking to you again. I just wanted to tell you that recently I started drinking the Whey Shakes again, the chocolate Whey Shake. And you need to remember, the Whey Shake isn't just for losing weight. It's a fantastic place to get your great protein. And if you're trying to gain weight, you can take it along with your meals. And the best part is, if you want to just have a great protein shake, do like I do. Put it over ice, stir it up, and you can sip on it for 20 minutes to an hour. I do it every single day. I absolutely love it. You need to get back to it too. It's really good for you. And it makes not fat, but it makes muscle after you work out. And you can also mix it up in a blender with an egg, and you have the most incredible health protein shake. Or mix it with a little water, stir it up, and you have a little pudding. And who doesn't like pudding?
For more information or to order, call your Youngevity distributor today. And don't forget to ask about Youngevity home-based business opportunities. If you're the type of person who likes to volunteer and help others, this should interest you. What better way to help people than to help them overcome their health challenges? Youngevity has been helping people overcome their health challenges for years. Our approach to health is drastically different than medical doctors who mostly only treat symptoms. As a veterinarian, Dr. Joel Wallach discovered that many common disease states are actually preventable and reversible. Our mission at Youngevity is to educate Americans about their own health. If you like helping people, join us in our fight to save America. While you're helping people prevent and overcome health challenges, you will also be able to build a lucrative home-based business. So what are you waiting for? Come join us and help save America. If you've decided to join us, call your local Youngevity associate to find out how you can arm yourself with the knowledge that's needed to save America.
Numerous studies have shown the link between the intake of antioxidants and disease prevention. Foods and supplements are measured in an ORAC scale. ORAC is an acronym for Oxygen Radical Absorption Capacity. In other words, the ability to remove disease-causing free radicals from the human body. Youngevity's Cell Shield RTQ has an ORAC value of 15,800 points per serving. Cell Shield RTQ contains resveratrol, known as an anti-aging compound. Turmeric, known for promoting healthy digestion, brain function, immune system, and cellular longevity. Quercetin, a flavonoid, is known for promoting healthy blood sugar metabolism and healthy lung and cardiovascular function. Remove free radicals from your body with Cell Shield RTQ from Youngevity. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463. You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
Hi, this is Dr. Joel Wallach, your host of Dead Doctors Don't Lie. If you're interested in a colon cleanse, blood cleanse, liver cleanse, in the classical herbal way, you want to ask your Youngevity associate for Herbal Rainforest. Herbal Rainforest has 16 herbs, 16 cleansing herbs, classic cleansing herbs, and 77 plant minerals. That's right, and these are all organic. It doesn't get any better than that. In your busy day, and you're around all these toxins out there in your workplace, on the way home, going to work, in your food, in the air, in the water, you need Herbal Rainforest. I guarantee you, it will give you a cleanse. You can control the dose. It's a liquid. It tastes good. It doesn't get any better than this. A colon that's happy makes you happy. Nothing better than a happy colon. Herbal Rainforest. Clean it out.
For more information on this product or others you've heard about on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie radio program, call your local Youngevity associate today. And don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Greetings, everyone. Judy DeVilbus here. What do you think of when you hear the words tangy tangerine? Well, I think of like a sweet, tangy tasting something. Well, what I'm referring to is the ultimate tangy tangerine. It's a fantastic product. It has everything you need, and a great benefit is it's very, very delicious. It's very easy to drink. I've suggested it even to youngsters. Even children like it. Even little guys. Even little girls. They come right into my office. Their parents can't get them to take those chewables, and besides that, they're not as good as tangy tangerine. And I give them a little taste of that, and you know something? They're pleased as punch. So, if it's good for a child and it tastes delicious, why not you? There's no excuse not to take a vitamin when it tastes as good as that does. So how about it? Tangy tangerine should be the answer to all of your nutritional program problems.
For more information or to order, call your Youngevity distributor today. And don't forget to ask about Youngevity home-based business opportunities.